Everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. We will be reworking a little space in the garden, adding some roses. We will also be adding heat-loving perennials. We'll also share some essential chores to get the garden ready for those high summer temperatures. So I am out here. Some gardeners can get out at 5-6 o'clock in the morning. 5-6 o'clock in the morning, I am trying to fall back asleep to get 2-3 more hours of sleep. I wish I could get up that early because I would be out here, that's for certain. But instead, it is around noon, just after noon. It is 90 degrees Fahrenheit. However, a lot of the work that I need to do today is in the shade. That makes it a lot more manageable. So I'm going to quickly go over some of the things that I need to do. So I have these cat's pajamas Nepeta. You see the tag right here. These are low growing, very floriferous. I accidentally bought cat's meow, and so I had to source these cat's pajamas because they weren't really available anywhere. I could not find them at a lot of the places that I use for purchasing plants. I ordered these online at Amazon.com. I received them last week. They looked a lot better, of course, when they arrived than they do now, but I have one that I'm going to put right here. This is the new island bed, by the way. I will be showing y'all this. It had nothing but mulch back in March, so I've added all of these plants over the past 3 months, as well as other things. I feel like gardening work is never done, but you all probably know that. And then here's the second. So I'm going to get these in the ground today. And like I said, this bed, I don't know, it's in and out of sun exposure. I really don't know what it is, but I think because of these gorgeous Muskogee crepe myrtle trees that are just starting to bloom, at some point it's probably going to become a part sun bed, and I don't know. We'll see how the plants do. I may have to edit things out at that time, and there will be many places to do that because most of this lawn will be removed. Over there in the corner, we plan on putting maybe a courtyard. We're going to take out a lot of this lawn. I think over here where this tree is in the middle, I am going to take out a big square of lawn and put some raised planters in that area. So there's a lot left to do and a lot of landscaping. The back of my home is not landscaped. We still don't have, we'll show you quickly, proper steps off the back and then paths and things like that. So moving forward, there's going to be a lot of opportunity to move plants if need be. And of course, my need for plants, and I mean truly need, not want, is never ending. So the other thing that I need to work on today, let me walk over here to the matted tree space. So these roses over here on the corner do well. I need to trim this Vitex tree up, but I have bolero roses down here and all the way around this tree, and they do quite well. If you look at my previous video, you see all of the deadheading I need to do, but they do well. But here's the problem area. So this is my matted tree space, and when I put plants in initially, we had the trees, the canopies really thinned out, and now that they've grown back in, we don't mind the thicker canopy. These roses back here, I have one over here and I have 3 over there. They do not get enough sun, but instead I have decided that I am going to get, and I received them already, a different type of rose, something that can handle part sun, actually. And Iceberg roses is one of those roses that can handle part sun. Another thing I need to do, these Mystic Spire Salvia, they all need to be cut back already. Typically this doesn't happen until like August, but we got so much rain in April and they've grown so much, it's already time to cut them back. So I'm going to cut them back. I'm going to take out these roses and I'm going to add in Iceberg roses. Over here in the corner, this rose is growing wonky too. I think I'm just going to cut it down and leave it here because I want to put a panicle hydrangea right here. I have my eye on a new Proven Winners panicle hydrangea that I think would be perfect in the corner right here near the Stokes Asters. Actually, I probably put it over there, so I don't know. But anyway, I know today I'm taking out these gangly, scraggly, low-performing roses. I'm going to put them in pots. They'll go in my long bed, so full sun bed. And I'm going to put the hydrangeas over here. This cinnamon lace Russian sage right here isn't even on irrigation. It was just planted. That one over there, I think got trampled. So I need to put some support on that. And then over here, the Dolce Wildberry heucheras, I planted last week and I did not put any irrigation on them. Actually, nothing over here has had irrigation added, so I definitely have to do that today because July is coming. I didn't put the irrigation on them because we were supposed to get all of this rain last week. That's what the weatherman said, and it didn't happen. We got rain one day of the week, and therefore and it wasn't enough. So I need to go ahead and put irrigation on these plants. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, y'all, since I have so much work to do, I'm playing it smart. So I have the 6-inch auger. I am not expending my energy on digging these holes today. So I'm going to go ahead and get this Nepeta. This is Cat's Pajamas, planted with biotone in my mason jar. Of course, the biotone is going to give the soil all the goodies that will help the plant get acclimated, help it to develop its roots, and I'm going to do that for both of these plants as I get them into the ground. And then, of course, once I have them planted, I don't put the soil back around them until I water because I always want to do a final little check on the drainage. But all was good, so I'm going to go ahead and add the emitters, so the targeted emitters. I do not run drip all the way through this bed. I have enough weeding to do. That would give me even more weeds. So now we're walking over to the mott of trees. These are my gorgeous Iceberg roses. And then this is a Blue Fortune Agastaki that I'm going to add. You guys, Iceberg, Polyanthus, China roses are some of the roses known to not need quite 6 hours of full sun or more. So this is the area in question where I'm going to make some changes. So first I'm going to dig up this totally stoked asters because I don't know what I was thinking putting it in the second row of plants at boxwoods and things out front, and it needed something taller. So I am going to dig this hole. No, take that back. I am going to get the auger because what am I doing? I need to make this hole a bit wider. And yeah, we need to save my back and as much energy as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and auger this hole. Y'all, I love the Ryobi because we have Ryobi lawnmower, hedgers, weed whackers. I mean, you name it, power washers. They're all Ryobi, and many of these items, the batteries are interchangeable. So why not? So I am going to dig up this Mystic Spire Salvia. You always want to go all of the way around to keep as much of the root ball intact as possible. When you do that, you have a better chance of transplant success, especially when it's hot. I'm going to cut off the top of this too because it just doesn't need all of this. It's time for a trim anyway. So now I'm going to widen the hole where I'm going to plant the rose because y'all, most roses, you need it. For small roses, you need at least 12 by 12 by 12. And for an iceberg, you wanted at least 18 by 18 by 18, if not more. So I got the hole augered and I got the iceberg planted. I added soil acidifier because most modern roses prefer a pH somewhere around 6.8 down to maybe 6.5. So I added soil acidifier and biotone. So now I'm going to, again, yes, auger the hole for the totally stoked asters. I already have 3 over here. This is going to be the 4th. It's at a curve for this bed, and I'll probably pick up 3 more this fall just to kind of fill it out a little more. We shall see. I am really reworking a lot of this bed because the tree canopy has changed the sunlight exposure. So I've watered it in, and now I'm removing another rose. And y'all, this one, oh, it really didn't want to come out. And I'm going all the way around like I should, avoiding the drip line, and it is wearing me out. I'm tugging, I can't get it out. And it was time for me to take a break. So I took a little bit of a break and I came back determined to get this thing out. And I don't care whether it survives or not. It is coming out of here today. And so I succeeded and I planted the iceberg in its place. Now the iceberg is planted kind of high because I'm going to come back with compost around it. It's going to settle in a little more, and then we need room for mulch as well. So once I get this watered in, I'm going to move over to the space where I'm going to add a Blue Fortune Agastaki. I already have one over here on the right. There's sedum out front, newly planted. I actually need to add 2 more of those. But I'm going to get this Blue Fortune Agastaki added because it is not happy out there on my back patio. So it's going to be much happier over here, and I think it's going to look great too underneath the crepe myrtle tree with sedum. So now it's time to add some drip line with targeted emitters. So we added the drip line actually off screen last night. We tapped into what was there, and now I'm putting targeted emitters on the plants because I don't like to waste water watering in between plants when I don't have them densely spaced. And I don't like weeding, y'all. Weeding is, oh no, I don't like weeding. So I'm not going to water the ground just to help weeds to germinate. And speaking of weeding and chores and things that we want to continue to do and to get our gardens ready for July and August and mid-September, which are the hottest months here, you want to keep weeding, which I am doing now. This hoe is not working for the live oak sprouts, so it's going to be easier just to continue to pull them, and boy, is that a chore. Another thing, I'm going to add compost around certain plants. Compost is fine to add when it's hot. It won't damage your plants. It'll improve the soil. And then on top of it, I'm adding mulch. You want to go around your garden and see if there's areas where, like from recent rains, etc., if mulch has slid away from plants, you want to go back and add in mulch. So adding mulch, you can still add compost. You've got to continue weeding. Those are 3 of the things that you want to do to prep your garden for summer, because as it gets hotter, those weeds, if you don't get them, they're going to continue to grow and they'll be more difficult to pull out. Another thing you want to make sure that you do, you want to change your irrigation clock. The water restrictions now, we can water 2 days a week. So whatever your water restrictions are, if you have them, or if you don't have them and you just need to increase watering because the temperature is shifting to the hottest time of the year for most of us, you want to make sure you do that because you get triple degree temperatures and you're still watering like it's winter or maybe spring. Your plants will let you know, and sometimes they'll let you know when it's too late. So make sure you're checking your watering. And the last thing I would say, you want to make sure you get out there and if you use automatic irrigation, go out there and turn all your zones on and make sure everything is working. All the drip is working where it should be working. So do a spot check throughout the bed. And then I know it's hot, but you want to get out there periodically just to make sure nothing has failed even during the summer, because that's the time of year that you can really lose plants if you have an irrigation failure. And if you get out there soon enough, before something just completely dies, whether you do it early in the morning or later on in the evening, you probably want to get out there at least once a week and just kind of spot check your plants. Okay. So those are the things you want to do to make sure that you have a successful summer season with your plants, changing your water if you need to, checking to make sure everything is getting water as it should. Okay, so that's it, y'all. Thank you again for watching this video. I hope you all are having a great summer and will continue to have a great summer. Bye.